may as well just casually tack this day on to the previous day, ladies and gentlemen, because I didn't get a chance to vlog at all today. I got to the car park for the park and ride like late, walked to the bus, and then my buddy was also late, so he got on the bus, same bus as me, chatted to him on the way into work, chatted to him on the way out to work, from work. I spent the evening bonding with the bubs, with the bubba. So that's how I've been spending my day, basically. Today was pretty good. I managed to solve a couple of problems. What I'm trying to do, I'm doing something where I'm trying to solve all of the problems I think I'm going to have ahead of time before I get balls deep and then just start like spreading it out effectively. So I've like proof of concept this page, then do everything that makes all the other pages work before doing it all for the pages, you know what I mean? So I can like, in theory, because it's validation based, in theory, like adding the validation to other pages. So what I've done, added the pages to one page, added the validation to one page, got that page talking to the thing that controls the stepper and the navigation, and then I'm handling all of the cases without doing the validation on the rest of it. And then as soon as I'm happy with the way that works, I can then just bash through the validation for the rest of it and just knock it out of the park, you know? It's going to be great. Pretty pleased with the way it's going. We also had like meetings today about like how we're gonna start trying to ramp up speed, but like kind of refocus. We've got like two teams split effectively. We're one team split into two, and like every now and again we need to like kind of refocus ourselves because we start to get like diverging more and more and more, and then we just kind of snap back into focus again effectively, because we're literally run completely independently of each other. We work quite differently, and then the longer that takes, we start to diverge and we need to regroup. It's a really good session about that. And that's really it, to be honest with you. I was watching TV with Laura, and Laura fell asleep, so I started watching YouTube videos and live stream. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it, but I'm always on the hunt for podcasts to listen to in the car, and The Slab can definitely recommend. I think I've mentioned that to you before, I'm not sure. Also, battery just died on this. It's just occurred to me that this camera I've had longer than any other camera I've used for daily vlogs. I've had it for nearly 2 years. Nearly over 2 years, which is pretty insane. So I think I bought it just before Laura moved down to Bristol. I think. That's mad, isn't it? I don't know why it dawned on me. But we're going to have a weekend. I need to chop some of this hair off. But try and be semi-productive next week, I think. This week I haven't been particularly productive. Maybe I won't be productive necessarily on my own project, but I might be productive with some work stuff. Try and tidy some stuff up, like this stepper thing. I think I'm solving a problem. You know when you are solving a problem and it's kind of like you need to sit and think about the solution rather than just kind of hammer it together. And I'm like, I think I've got a solution, but I haven't implemented it yet, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to not think about it until I know whether or not that solution will work, you know? I might clip in some overtime this weekend. Otherwise I'm going to end this video. Jamie? I know it sounded like end of the video last video. I should really upload some videos as well and catch back up again, because I'm so filthy far behind. It's shocking. Right, I'll catch you later. I literally headed to town today explicitly to try that place. So there's like a Greek place near the harbour side which does gyros, and what I had, which is like this box. It's got a Greek word that I don't know how to say. I wonder how many people go to restaurants and don't order what they want because they don't know how to say it. You know? I wonder if that's a thing. The story is that we once went to like this street food stall that did like it was a Greek pita wrap, and it was absolutely lovely. We were like, if we ever see that place ever again, we've got to go there, because it was delicious. We've never seen them again, but this place is cropped up, and we were like, let's go try that. So we did. I also went and got my hair cut, and we got, whoa, a paper shredder, boys, we know how to live. That's literally it though. We don't need much in our little lives. But yeah, so I got my hair cut as well, and then came back up here, and we've had just a chilled out afternoon, sorted out like the washing and stuff, but nothing too strenuous. Watch Formula 1, play some Hearthstone, play some Rayman with Laura, and watch some TV and whatnot. Most people are watching Eurovision. Fucking don't understand Eurovision. Weird as hell. So balls to that, boy. Look at the little lammies. Don't look at the sheep because they've actually got like really dirty bums. But beyond that, I know. Oh, they've all calmed down now and I've started filming. Classic. Went for a nice walk out today in the sun. It was a little bit cloudy to start with, and that was half the reason why I was happy to go out because, as you know, last time I went out in the sun I burnt like a little crisp. But we went out for a walk. We went to Bath, parked up at the university, and then we did the Bath Skyline walk, which is like 7 miles odd. It's really nice actually. It's quite a nice walk through fields and stuff. My hay fever got bad at one point, but got my sunglasses on, fixed it. But otherwise, yeah, we just had like a quick peruse around. I mean, it says Skyline. There's not actually that many views. So it's just kind of a big loop. But I walked through some areas that I didn't know existed, which is interesting because I used to obviously live around those neck of the woods. So that was good fun. Otherwise, been chilling, watched some Formula 1 as per usual, did a little bit of programming because I've seemed to have gotten back into my old sleeping pattern now, which is like, not even tired after midnight, going to bed because I've got work tomorrow rather than because I'm tired. I'm just going to try and abuse that for a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm just going to try and abuse that and see how it goes. But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of overtime trying to figure out whether my validation thing will work. I believe it will, but I've just realised that the thing I'm about to inject my thing into isn't unit tested, so I'm going to have to write some unit tests for that, and I'm like, fuck that, I can't be able to do that at midnight. Otherwise, obviously, all of the normal shit that you have to do on a Sunday. So, good times. Right, we have a work week to hit. Tomorrow should be good enough weather to take the longboard out. The one thing I'm semi-conscious of is my memory card and, well, my memory card. My memory card will be fine. But I do really need to get back onto actually making these videos and not just filming them and then ditching them on my computer forever. I'm in the tunnel at the moment on the way to work. I'm surprised at how dry it is in here. It's never like this. So it must have, because it normally just drips down from the ceiling, I guess. Well, it's a lovely day for it. It looks lovely. It's actually kind of cold. I've got my gloves on. This weather is much more like it, boys. You have to be a tad careful with the battery on the way back though, because there's a chance Laura won't be home and I forgot my key this morning. Shopping on my own today. Laura's not feeling very well. I've been stood here for a good 5 minutes looking for Five Spice. Well, I came back from shopping and Laura was asleep, so I've just been chilling, watching YouTube videos, doing as many jobs as I can do without making too much noise. So I need to take the bin out. Something I noticed today on my longboard, and I'd love some of your insights on how you reckon this is possible. So you notice here, look, there are like screws that hold the battery in. That one's gone. How? The interesting thing is my foot's near there as well. Right, busy day today. We managed to sort out, I think I'm over all of the hurdles that I needed to get over to get my validation in. So all I need to do is actually validate the pages. I've added validation to a different page, and then I was like dealing with the navigation between pages and when it is you can and can't navigate and all that shit. It's there now. It's good. It's good stuff. So yeah, should just be bash out some more validation tomorrow. I know there's going to be merge conflicts because I know other people are working in a similar area to me, but we'll see. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to figure out if Laura's in pyjamas or in clothes, and figure out if she's got contact lenses in. If she's got contact lenses in, I'm going to have to wake her up. To be honest, I probably should have done that earlier, but she needs to rest up because she's poorly. So, right. Night time. You remember last night how I showed you my longboard on the floor in the living room? You know what's not next to that longboard in the living room? The charger. And today is way better than yesterday. It's way sunnier, way warmer. Gutted. And I didn't even put that fucking screw in. Also, have you guys ever noticed that when I'm sat at lights, I keep doing that? What's that all about? Just to like rub salt in the wound as well. Like the traffic is absolutely horrendous. And Google is routing me around as best it can, but it's not best. I was saying to myself earlier that I wish, well, to Laura actually, that I wish it was more trivial to change the wheels. I understand why it isn't because of the gears and all that shit, but like if I could just go, alright, I'm not going the whole way today, I'm just going from the park and ride, I'd never run these wheels. But then if I wanted to go the full way, I'd just slap these wheels on and go, you know? That'd be so much better. So close to finishing off all the validation. It's bloody tedious. It really is. Literally spent the entirety of the day just chugging away, and towards the end of it I'm just running out of steam. Just because it's not hard, it's just long and boring. And that's the worst kind of programming, because it's just like, there's no thrill in this, you know? There's no challenge. There's nothing to overcome here. That was an absolute whale of a time. Also, I have spent my evening somewhat doing some automation tests for someone else. I've got it kind of... When I run it, I can have... the button appears. When the automation runs it, the button doesn't appear. I think it's some kind of weird caching thing. But I'm going to focus on that in the morning. We also had a really weird red salmon and asparagus miso soup for dinner. Out of this book here. Really quick, really easy to cook, but not very filling. And a bit like fishy, you know? I feel like I continue to eat it all day. Well, since I had it. The pain to get as well. The ingredients for that came from 3 supermarkets because they didn't have them in Sainsbury's yesterday and didn't have them in Morrison's today, or some of them from Morrison's today, so I had to go to Lidl. Morrison's, shitload of asparagus though. If you need asparagus, that's the place. I don't really have anything to say anymore. I need to do my video. I'm going to set aside a day tomorrow and just do them all. I'm sick of it, man. I ended up getting back up again last night because I wasn't tired enough to go to sleep. I'm officially back to normal now after my sleep patterns. Didn't even really do anything. I just kind of doodled, to be honest with you. Like, just draw stuff. Like a picture or anything, but like diagrams, you know? This morning I bussed in today. I could have longboarded in, but I couldn't be bothered. But I was just trying to do some programming on the bus because I was trying to do something last night and I was rushing it because Laura was getting pissed because I wasn't watching TV. But I just had a much better idea today. So since I missed my first bus by about 10 seconds, I sat and did a little bit of programming on the bus. My God, it's that hard. It makes me feel so sick because the bus is like rocking about. I was doing some automation stuff, and like I said, I was rushing it last night, and I checked it up into the same PR and left a comment on it being like, do you guys have a better idea for this? And then woke up this morning and was like, I know what the better idea is. Just basically don't be lazy. So I've whipped that together. I'm doing automation at home. Like, I kind of feel bad because I kind of whipped it away from someone else, but we very recently took the automation away from the testers and into the dev team, and I don't want to throw fuel on the fire of it slowing down development if I then made that guy go and do the automation. So I was like, bam, I've done it in the evening, don't worry about it, sorry. Next time, you're more than welcome to do it. I also secretly thoroughly enjoy testing and automation testing specifically, so that's me. I see a lot of tourists in Bath taking like photos of friends and architecture and stuff. Whenever I see older people, they always seem to hold their camera, their phone, a lot higher up than I expect they'd need to, you know? I was taking a photo of someone, I'd expect it to be like there, which, for context, is like there. They always seem to be like above their head high, and portrait, for one, high. What's that all about, man? I don't understand. Like, maybe you're trying to get something else in, but they haven't quite figured out that what they actually need is to go lower if you want to get more of whatever it is you're looking at in, and the person at the same time. Not up. Here, for example, if I wanted more of the sky, I don't just go like that, because then I'm cropping out the thing I actually care about, which is on the floor. I go like that, you know? It's another evening on my own. Laura is off at a seminar thing in Birmingham. She's gone to Birmingham. Got absolutely kneecapped at work today by automation testing. So it took me long enough to try and figure out like I said, I had this problem where I want to know when 3 elements are on the page, but I don't know what the IDs of those 3 elements are. And I want to wait for all 3 of them to be visible. Bit of a pain in the arse. I had to figure out the stuff to try and find out how to do that. The problem I find with like Googling problems with automation testing is all of the questions seem to be aimed at people that aren't very good at because normally like automation testers, let's just throw automation testers under a bus here, are usually people who aren't developers. So they're kind of like testers who kind of learn how to code a bit and then can do automation testing. So like the questions that are on Stack Overflow are all like really, they're normally like a really easy thing that they're trying to do with like a really easy, like, oh yeah, just use an if statement or something really dumb like that, you know what I mean? So when you actually want to do something semi-complicated, it just fucking knees you in the gut. It does not help things at all. It's so difficult to find, just to Google someone else who's asked the same question as you. But got there in the end. I had to implement my own, because there's like these expected outcome things, which are like a standard thing they use, but what it does is it looks for a number of elements to be displayed, but it stops looking, and it'll wait for a certain amount of time for them to appear. But it stops looking as soon as it gets one or more, which isn't good to me. That's not what I want. So because what I do is, what I'm effectively doing is waiting for this asynchronous thing to load. If it doesn't load, I need to refresh the page because it's all on a message bus behind the scenes. The problem being that what it was doing effectively was waiting for the first one to appear in the list, and then it would go, okay, I've got one. Oh, it's not there, refresh the page. Bang, oh, I've got one, it's not there, refresh the page. What I wanted to do was get on the page, wait 5 seconds. Is it there? You know? Because I actually want that wait 5 seconds before I reload the page, because otherwise the data's not going to be in the database yet, you know? God damn. So that was an absolute baller. And then I had problems with it timing out on the UAT server, because when I was running it locally, my machine's doing all the work, including the page refreshes. So the page refresh would take about 2 seconds to run. And hence where I found that issue where on the server it was just going bam, 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 bam. I can't find him. God damn it. But I got there in the end. So that's good. What I'm now doing is catching up on the thing that I should have been doing. I need to get this thing done by the end of the week. And I don't want it to be a stressful time for me. So what I'm doing is I'm doing all that legwork now, while Laura's not around. So that tomorrow, in theory, I can just put it out for exploratory testing, to do the automation tests, which should be a minor update, and then roll with it, in theory. Maybe to squash some bugs. That's what I want to do for the majority of my day tomorrow. Also, too, we've got meetings tomorrow. Yeah, so definitely need to fucking get some stuff done now, otherwise I'm going to end up handing this over to someone else, and that ain't going to be pretty. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. That was a complicated part there, but I figured it out. It's bedtime. It's gone midnight. Laura is nearly home. They missed their train, so they're Ubered from Birmingham. That poor driver. So I'm like, they're close apparently. I'm just trying to figure out how close. But I think I'm going to try and stay awake for it to come back, but I may fall asleep, I don't know. Another relatively fun day today. I was doing more stepper stuff. I discovered a problem when I was hooking up the submit stuff, where the submit, basically I had it so that it would automatically step you if you were finished, if it knew you were finished. But then when I did submit, I needed to know whether or not it was finished, and then those two things compete with each other. Because I basically go, oh, are you finished? And it'll go, yeah, I'm finished. Move me to the next step, and then I'll go, are you finished? No. Okay. Fuck that up. Otherwise though, I think tomorrow I should be able to smash it up into dev, into test and things. It's going to be a bit tight. I'll be a little bit tight, like I said. But it's the way it is. I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday next week, so I need to get this finished. But I haven't had any time today because I went out for dinner with Beth and Ben and Laura. Beth and Ben after work, we went to go to a place in Bristol that's supposed to do really nice burgers. And I don't think it lived up to the hype. I think it had too much hype. I think that's the root problem. Like, it was a really good burger, but I was expecting more, you know. So, yeah, what happened? We went there. We tried to go there before and we couldn't get in because it was just packed. It's one of them places where you can't book. You turn up, can you get in? Can you not? Who knows? Which I personally despise because you can't plan an evening like that. Because what if you can't get in? It was nice, but I think what burned it down was the chips, because it was burger and chips. But the chips, there was either too many of them or they weren't crispy enough. But it felt like that was a chore, and it kind of like ruined the burger because I'm trying to eat the chips. But there's a burger place near us which is like, I think is way better, personally. So, but that's me. It's there on the list of places to eat. It's alright. To be fair, the burger was really nice. I think I made a bad choice because I think I picked a more boring Laura's burger looked fucking lovely. Mine was just a bit boring. Cocked it up, mate. But yeah, otherwise I've done that. I've also had to empty the footage off my camera because it was full. So that's now 2 full memory cards I've filled up. I've never done that before. Ever. Filled up 2 memory cards. I've never filled up 1. Filled up 2 memory cards and haven't uploaded any of the footage from any of them yet. That's how far behind I am. I think in my videos actually, I'm still in April? Early April as well, man. Christ. I'm going to get on top of that. And because I'm in a new memory card, I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to transfer this onto my computer so that I can process it and get it rendered and get it ready to upload. But yeah, so yeah, today has been basically that work. It's been a bit stressful today. I think we're waiting for this holiday. We can't wait to have this week off because we're burning out like so drastically, and just like there's a lot of stressful things about like moving house, stressful stuff at work going on, stressful stuff at Laura's work. It's just like a boiling point of stress, and it's nearly going to be over. I'm getting stressed at myself because I'm not doing my own project. It's a bitch. It really is. It's bedtime for me. So, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know why you would, but I hope you did. I'm going to head off to bed, and I'm going to start the video tomorrow on my last day at work my last day at work before I go on holiday for the first time since Christmas. Oh, I can't wait. I'll catch you later.